And for all the hikers that are following after me, I'll say hey, good morning, everybody. Wolfie here. It is January 28th. I believe it's Tuesday. I am just leaving Wilshire Bald Shelter. Sorry about no recap last night. I got in and got things set up and just wanted to get warm and lay down. I was exhausted. I was exhausted to the point where I was thinking about if this was wise or not. But I got I think like 8 miles to NOC. Not sure what my plans are when I get there. If I'll maybe get a bunk or something. I don't know. It depends on the time and whether or not they're open. I'm going to try to push and make it fast, but the snow, very crunchy. I think it got down to 23 last night. I put my thermometer in my tent. Inside my tent, it got down to 27. And it's a 4-season tent, so my body heat tried to keep some of it warm. A couple things I'm going to have to get. I'm going to have to get a microcloth or something. My top quilt, as the moisture leaves the quilts, it tends to freeze or condensate on that top quilt. So I'm going to need to get something to wipe it down first thing in the morning. That absorbs a lot of moisture. But other than that, I did have one mishap. I was cooking and pulled my pot off and my quilt got too close to it. So I burned a hole in my quilt. Down, of course, went everywhere really quick. Not much, didn't lose much of it, but I was able to patch it with some tenacious tape. So I'm still good there. But you can tell the wind's really blowing and I've got to get moving. So I will talk to you later down the trail. Looks like it's going to be a nice sunny day compared to yesterday. I think the high today, depending on the forecast I look at, is like 51 degrees. One says 53 degrees, but it's sure not that right now. And the wind chill is definitely getting to me. Whew. This is just above Wilshire Bald Shelter, about a half mile, so got to get going. I think it's going to be one of those type of days. I hope not. I'd say that's fairly fresh. Oh, give myself a pat on the back. Job well done, Wolfie. Job well done. So this is the view at 132.5. Oh, I'm glad today turned out to be gorgeous. If I would have came this way yesterday, I wouldn't have seen anything. And this is facing to the west. All right, there's another one down the way. This view sneaks up on you. It's marked well far out. Whew. I don't even think this is the view. I think the view's down this slope. Yeah, down right there in the corner. Oh my gosh, it's gonna be beautiful. Woo! I feel a lot better today. I got word that there's another northbounder staying at a hostel ahead of me, and he's leaving about noon today to start hiking out of the NOC. So with that said, I think I'm gonna try to get there. He's gonna take off about noon. I don't know if I'll have everything done, but oh my gosh, look at that. And look at that, that is straight down right there. A good 100 feet straight down. Whew. And the trail just goes down that way and has to go down all those rocks. Can't really tell, but that is steep. That's at least, I'm 5'10", I'd say that's at least 8-9 foot drop right there. Ooh, makes me dizzy. Oh, gorgeous. A river down there or a lake. I'm trying to slow down for you. Oh, goodness. All right, gotta get moving. So I'm probably not more than 100 yards from that last view, and I fell and slipped on the ice and snapped my trekking pole. I pushed it down and tried to get as much extension out of it, but it looks like when I get to NOC, I'm getting some new ones. Later. It's not a very much of an obstacle, but it's a good place for me to shed a layer and throw the pack over and then pick it up on the other side. Currently, I've still got my orange hoodie on, a mid layer, and my wool t-shirt. I think I'm just going to go down to the wool t-shirt. It's gotten so nice today. When I snapped my trekking pole, I guess I did that too. Looks like I might have to get a new Nalgene. I think that was a knockoff anyway. I didn't mean to buy it because it has trouble when I put hot water in it. Sometimes it leaks unless I get it just right. Oh well, add that to my shopping list. Hey everybody. As you can see, I've lost layers. I'm down to short sleeves. But I think when I'm less than a half mile from the Rufus Morgan shelter, I have to stop in there and get water since I busted the water bottle that had a liter in it. I got a smart water bottle on the other side, though, that was empty, so I'm still good for carrying water. And to be honest with you, I probably won't carry that much. I'll probably just carry this for the last section of the trail. But as far as getting to the NOC, I'm going to get in there and probably spend a couple hours. And then I'm going to do what we call a hi-ho, which means hike in, hike out. The Rambling something hostel, I already think I said, but there's another hiker. He's going to be there about noon, and he's going to push on to the Sassafras Gap shelter. And I'm going to, after I charge everything up and get what I need done, I'm going to push on to the Sassafras Gap shelter, which will be something more around a 14-mile day for me. It's just, in case you didn't know, coming out of the NOC, it's like you gain like 4,000 feet, but it's over 8 miles. So they said it's not a hard climb. I mean, I'm sure there are places, but it's not a hard climb, just a long, steady climb. So far, I can't get over the difference coming from the last place I stayed to here. I mean, the trail, except for me falling and busting my hind end coming down off the steep part, the trail is beautiful and I'm making good time. I'll turn you around and I'll show you what I'm talking about. Whew. Okay, I just got to the Rufus Morgan shelter area. Water's right there. I think the trail goes right past it. I come down off the hill right there. There's the stairs. And the shelter and the privy's right up there. When I get up there, I went ahead and drop pack here because I'm not staying, but I'm gonna go check out the shelter, sign the logbook. I've been bad about that. About not signing. A lot of places, they need new logbooks because there's not room, but I'll show you a shelter when we get up there. That's definitely an older style shelter, but don't think it would be as drafty as the one I stayed in last night. It's encased almost all the way around. And right there's the privy. Right there's where I came from. All right, I'm gonna filter some water and take this last 0.8 miles into the NOC. So this is what the trail's like coming out of Rufus Morgan shelter. I've heard horror stories about the drop into the NOC. Not sure what to expect. You know, coming down the mountain where I broke my trekking pole. If that would have been snow and icy, it would have been a nightmare coming down off of there. But we'll see. what this .8 brings. So sick of the ice yesterday, but today it just looks kind of beautiful, you know. Good water source too. It might not be there in dry weather, but it's certainly rocking and rolling today. There's my first view of the NOC. So far, the climb down's been nothing. And that to be a very pretty sight. Just something about it. I mean, look at that river and stuff like there. I can see them doing the Atlanta Olympics stuff there. Well, I'm here. I think the first place for me is the Outfitters. And then the restaurant, maybe. But I got here, it's 11:57, just before noon. Ooh, black ice. Ooh, craft beer, snacks, lodging info. I don't know what that is. I don't know. We'll see. River's Bend over there. Oh, that's the general store. I'll come back there. Let's start over here. There's an outlet right there. I'm going to plug in there while I'm in here. All right, we'll catch up with you. I'm going to resupply here. Right there's the backpacking meals. There's the trekking poles. They don't have any carbon fiber. So I'm buying a pair of Leckies, the most expensive trekking poles I ever bought, for aluminum. Some of the other stuff they have. All their kayak stuff over there. Pack covers. Some stuff here I need to get some tenacious tape. Anyway, let me finish my shopping. So I am just now leaving the NOC. I spent like 2 hours here just relaxing, basically charging everything up. The general store back there, if you get down here, it's good for a very minimal resupply. They have some backpacker meals. Definitely a bunch more in the Outfitter, but the Outfitter is definitely geared more to the whitewater, and you can understand why here in a second. But restaurant was closed, and the other place I think is temporarily closed too, where the microbrewery is in the adventure center. But I'm gonna get to hiking. I got 8 miles to go to Sassafras Gap Shelter. There's going to be another hiker there, and he and I are going to hike together for a couple days. But let me turn you around as we cross the river here. Interesting thing about the Nantahala Outdoor Center, also known as the Knock, is it's got whitewater rafting course here. And this is actually where they had kayaking for the Atlanta Olympics back in the 80s, I guess. And you can still see people do this quite often, just not today. The water looks cold. I'd like to come back and try it as myself. I'm not a great kayaker, but I do own one that I try to use a couple times a year, but not on these kind of conditions. But I've been on this kind of stuff in mine, so it's kind of mild, but definitely be a lot of fun. So the Big Western Riverside Bar, the Adventure Center's over here. Thing about the country store, it definitely had a great selection of craft beers, IPAs, etc. I'd say most of this one side of the store is taken up primarily from their cooler with the beers in it. So I guess I keep going through the parking lot, I'm assuming. So this is supposed to be like an 8-mile climb, just not straight up. So we'll see how it goes. Oh, that would have been a good place if it was open. I bet you this would happen in place in the summertime. Pack feels much heavier. Though I am packing out a liter of Monster energy drink, but it won't last long. I see a white blaze. There's some interesting rock formations coming out of the NOC. What's cool is out and right there, you hike right underneath those. They're pretty close. I'd say it's a good 40 feet from the top of it to the trail. Definitely got to watch your step. Just a lot of rocks. Not hard, just rocky. So I just checked my backpack thermometer. It is 63 degrees. No wonder I'm sweating coming up this mountain. That's a far-fetched difference than the 23 it was last night. I'm inside my tent. Whew. But you know, that's a good thing about these pants I'm wearing, is I can unzip down the sides and unzip and go to shorts pretty quick. But I'm not going to do that until I take a pack off break somewhere up the trail here. Though where that pack off break may be, my pants may dictate it. So that's the next layer I'll be taking off. My gaiters and my pants legs. I don't have any debris gaiters. I left them back because I thought I'd be fighting more snow and more mud. So I'll probably take these off and then just have to deal with that. No biggie though. Oh, I did it. Hit it. I'm now hiking in shorts. And my double pair of wool socks rolled down. Whew. I never thought this day would come in January. You know, I can understand why. What is the date? June 20th is Hike Naked Day. I'm not doing that. Nobody wants to see that. But if it's hot, I could see the allure. Maybe underwear or something, but or you go shirtless, but hike naked. Feel a little bit too vulnerable for that. Anyway, still hiking up towards Sassafras Gap. Just taking my time. Not hard, just slow and steady climb. Sun behind me. Whew. Beautiful day. So this is Right Gap, mile 138.5 and far out. I can tell right now that I'm not going to be able to show you Sassafras Gap for a couple reasons. It's going to be dark when I get there, and there's going to be another hiker too. He says he doesn't mind being on YouTube, but it's going to be late after dark when I get in, so maybe we can show him later. But definitely moving slow. It is 3:15 and sunset is just a few minutes before 6 o'clock, so I got 3 hours to go another 5 miles maybe. Excuse the heavy breathing. I just wanted to point out the forest changed. I'm in a pine forest now. Definitely a lot shadier too. That's the trail. And I shouldn't be saying this when I'm out of breath, but for those of you that are following behind me, don't let the ascent out of the NOC get in your head. All right, so far, I'd say for 95% of my climb so far, it's been just steady uphill. Ooh, wind's picking up. But, you know, give yourself enough time and you'll do fine. Just don't let it get in your head. It's 8 miles, but it's just a steady uphill. Take breaks, give yourself enough time. You know, if you come down the NOC and it's late in the day, stay at somebody like the Rambling Roost or the Gorgeous Stays or something like that. I would definitely stay at those before I would stay at the NOC, but you know, stay there the night. They'll pick you up. Rambling Roost, at least I know, will pick you up from there as part of your stay and continue on the next day from an early morning hike, and that 8 miles will seem like nothing. To me, it's late in the day, but I had something to eat. I took it like a 2-hour break at the NOC. I'm doing fine. It's just for an uphill climb, I'm not moving fast enough to make it before dark. So, but I'm comfortable hiking at night. So, you know, to each their own. All right, I'm gonna put you away and continue this climb. I'll see you later. Just something to add to my last thought. So, you know, keep in mind that you've had steeper climbs in Georgia and, for instance, up Albert's Mountain in North Carolina. They were steeper. You covered more elevation change in the same amount of distance than you did here. So just keep that in mind when you're looking at hiking out of the NOC. It's nothing you haven't already seen. I don't see, look at that view behind me. And I'm probably only 2/3 way up to Sassafras. Different Sassafras, but yeah, continue on. Temperature's starting to drop now. It's like 3:30 in the afternoon, but still, definitely hiking in shorts is better than hiking in long pants at this point. Those would be turkey, I believe. And that is the hiker in front of me, Doolittle. And as you can see, this is the first snow I've hit since coming out of the NOC. This is the trail now. Temperatures dropped to like 35 degrees. 0.3 up here is a spring. I'm gonna stop, put my pants legs back on. Or pant leg back on. But definitely gonna be some night hiking. I was toying with the idea of stopping at this spring and cooking my dinner and putting it in my Reflectix bag and just having it ready for me when I got to camp. But I just decided that, nah, I'm just gonna trudge on and just snack on the way. But yeah, I gotta get up here and filter 3/4 liter of water, camel up a little bit maybe, and then hike on. But the low tonight, according to AT weather, is supposed to be like 31, so it'd be a fairly nice night compared to what it was last night anyway. But snow's gotten kind of crunchy again, so I'm gonna put this phone away so I don't break my neck. So I've got less than 20 minutes before official sunset, and I got a feeling that for a while, if I have to hike at night, it might be a little nerve-wracking. As you can hear, the snow is really crunchy, and you can see where other hikers have been through here, but you can't rely on putting your feet where they put their feet unless it's the guy just right before me, because those tend to be packed and icy, and if you put your foot wrong, you'll slip. So you're always looking for a place like leaves to put your foot, because you're pretty sure that's been clear. But hopefully I can make it to this viewpoint before it gets absolutely dark. I'd love to see it. Not sure how far it is in front of me. But hopefully we get there before it gets completely dark and before I have to break out the headlamp. See you then. I've been blessed with many views today. This is coming out of the NOC. It's at a viewpoint called the Jump Up. But down below there, that's the Nantahala River. But it's like 10 minutes before sunset. Otherwise, I'd sit here and just take it in. But I need to make use of the daylight I got left. I still got a ways to go. And hopefully, maybe by the looks of it, the trail's going to clear up. I don't know. I just was walking in the snow until about 20 feet ago. Anyway, see you down the road. So I'm still about 2 miles away from Sassafras Gap Shelter. And I came across this site here alongside the trail. I've already let Doolittle know that if I find a campsite that I was gonna go ahead and take it instead of hiking in the dark, I'll just get up early in the morning and try to catch up with him. So this is gonna be my campsite for the night. Got enough water to cook food and still have enough to drink. Not enough for my usual hot water bottle, but I should be good. Anyway, I'm gonna call it quits for today. I think it'll put me at just 11 miles something. It'll be at the end of the video, but definitely gotten colder. I'm gonna get this tent up here, get inside and cook dinner. This is Wolfie, TTFN, ta-ta for now.